the moderator today, and we're very happy to have a political observer of great renown, Tom Humphrey. He does a blog, Humphrey on the Hill, and he's Nashville bureau chief for the Knoxville News Sentinel for over 20 or 30 years. And before that, back in the days when I was just a kid and in radio, he was working with the United Press International. He's a native of Columbia, Tennessee, lives in Bell Buckle, Tennessee, and I will speak on behalf of his town. If you've never been to Bell Buckle, it's a beautiful town and well worth your while to go over. His concern and interest in this event is he's a father of 5 and a grandfather of 9. He's concerned about their futures. And I hear the same thing from each of the candidates, and I'm glad to be able to say that. He is an attorney, but he is not a practicing attorney. And every time we discuss it, he reminds me that he is not a practicing attorney, for whatever that means. Tom Humphrey, your moderator.
Thank you, Randy. The format here calls for the candidates. Just get started. Opening statements. First is Green Party candidate Martin Pleasant.
Hi,
I'll
everybody.
give you a handshake for 15 seconds.
Oh, good. Thank you. Hi, I'm Martin Pleasant. I'm with the Green Party of Tennessee. I personally thank Tom for being the moderator and all the candidates here and for the people who put in a lot of work to make this happen. Democracy only happens if we participate in it. I want to acknowledge Norris Dreyer. He's our U.S. Congress candidate from District 2. He's currently in hospice care. He's been an inspiration for Green Party members across the state. Also want to mention Isa Infante, who's the Green Party governor candidate. The Green Party gets its value system from our 4 pillars, which are grassroots democracy, ecological wisdom, social justice, and peace. Currently, our republic has become an oligarchy, which means that the wealthiest of our society control the agenda and what legislation happens in our system. No offense to Gordon, but it is a millionaire's club. We're promoting, we have taxation without representation. We'd like to see a proportional representation system where a % of your party vote gets represented in the government, so every vote counts. We want to start our green economy so that we protect our environment and we work with it in how we develop our world. We want to remove any barriers from our citizens achieving their full potential. And we want to interact with the world in a peaceful manner by engaging in fair trade and cultural exchange. So with that being said, please consider the Green Party. Vote green, be green, and do green. Thank you.
Number 2 is Gordon Ball, who is the Democratic nominee.
Thank you. And Martin, we live in a great country. I grew up in a 1-bedroom house trailer on the banks of the Pigeon River. I know something about being poor. Just a tad, as they say in East Tennessee. I think we all can agree on a few things today. That if you want to change things in Washington, you've got to change the people in Washington. That no person who works in this country should live in poverty. That our federal and state government should operate for the common benefit of our citizens. I think we can all agree that we believe in term limits. I think we all oppose Common Core, that we oppose career politicians, that Lamar Alexander is a career politician, that Lamar Alexander confessed last week in Cookeville, Tennessee, that while he was governor of Tennessee, he found and took a finder's fee for $620,000 while he was governor of Tennessee. And I think all of us can understand that that would be a conflict of interest. Lamar Alexander calls it capitalism. I'm running as a Democrat in Tennessee. I would love to have your support. I realize everybody here has their own candidates, but I would love to have your support at some point in time. And Randy, am I done?
You've got 10 seconds
10
left.
seconds. Thank you for having me.
Thank you all for being here today, and I'd like to thank the other candidates for helping us to pull this off. But I am Danny Page, your independent candidate for liberty in the state of Tennessee. And I run this race not for myself, but for God and country and God and family. I'm a father of 6 kids. My wife and I have been married 21 years. And what I found in my spirit is someone's got to do it. Our career politicians are failing ineptly, and they are not representing us. They're representing big government, big corporations, and big self. We need selfless servants and statesmen in our United States Senate, our United States Congress, and our White House on local levels and state levels. I am a blue-collar worker, an average Tennessean, and I'm going to go to Washington, and I'm going to take names and kick a little tail. But I want to conserve what we have, this republic that Benjamin Franklin said, we have for you a republic if you can keep it. I want to keep it. I don't want to fundamentally change what we have. But I want to preserve. I want to do like the Hebrews did when they come out of bondage, and they dug down to the foundations of their temple and they rebuilt upon the foundations. Not a new structure, but build back what our founders gave us. And I stand here today as a representative and an ambassador for God and America, and I would like your vote.
Gauthier, however. Name's Ed Gauthier, and it's an Edmund on the ballot. And how you pronounce the last part really doesn't matter. I'm an independent candidate. I'm a true independent candidate. Most independents are Republicans or Democrats that hedge their bet that they weren't going to win a nomination. When I started this a year ago, I started off as an independent because I am the anti-party guy. I think we all can agree that our government is bought and paid for. We can all agree to that. But yet, for some reason, we hold the parties who have been in power for 160 plus years, we hold them harmless. The lobbies are in cahoots with the party system. All right, it's intertwined. You can't separate the two. We have to get rid of the party system, folks. Right? I mean, George Washington, the first president of this country, he said in his farewell address, if you give me a second here, he said in his farewell address, and this is in 1700 speak, so I'll translate a little bit for you. He said, the parties, serves to distract the public councils, enfeebles the public administration, which means dumbs them down, agitates the community with ill-founded jealousies and false alarms, kindles the animosity of one against the other, and parties, opens the door to foreign influence, corruption, thus the policy and the will of the country are subject to the policy of others. And that is exactly what we have. We have to put ordinary people in office. Not somebody with already have political connections but aren't in office yet. You're just replacing one bobblehead with another, folks. We all need to participate. We all need to run for some office, either local, state, or federal. Every one of us in here. Thank you, folks.
Good afternoon. My name is Tom Emerson Jr. I am a Tea Party candidate, but I'd like to start out by saying that Jesus Christ is my Lord and Savior. I am a Ronald Reagan Republican. I am a United States Navy Vietnam-era veteran. 6 years on board, well, 4 years and 3 months on board the USS John F. Kennedy. Pro-life, conservative by conviction, not by convenience. And I would appreciate your vote. I'm looking forward to this debate. Thank you very much.
Joe Wilma.
My name is Joe Wilma. I'm one of 10 children. 5 girls and 5 boys, brought up on a small farm. And what got me interested in running was my children. I've got 5 children, and I've got 14 grandkids and 13 great-grandkids. What got me interested in this was I realized that they did not have a future. The Lord has blessed me, and I appreciate that, but the way the government is running today, they've gotten rid of most of our jobs and sent them overseas. And the way they did this was raising minimum wage. People think that they get a raise when they raise minimum wage, but that's not true. Prices has to go up, and after the prices go up, they're actually taking home less money to spend than they were before they got the raise. And it's tremendously hard on our people that have retired. They don't have any other income except what they get from the government, the retirement check, and most of them very little money that they've saved. And this is really devastating to them. So we really need to bring our infrastructure back. We can. Very easy. It really bothers me. I found a suit today that had USA on it. One of my old suits. But you cannot find anything anymore that's got USA on it, hardly. Everything is built overseas and shipped back to us. We need to turn that around and have jobs for people and take people off of welfare and put them back to work. And we also need to stop paying the people that come over here. There are more people that's coming into this country that's on welfare than there are in this country that's on welfare. So we've got to do something about it.